Matt Bertram.
Hey, Nick.
Nick, nice to meet you. You're with Alert 360?
Alert 360, that's right.
So how did you end up at the Business Expo?
It's kind of a funny thing. I was told to be here, so.
Fantastic. What was your experience when you got here, and how has it been?
It's been a great experience. I got to meet a lot of vendors, different businesses, different ways that everyone's kind of in the build-out process of the businesses. So it's been kind of a good day.
Really cool. So what does Alert 360 do?
So we are a security company. We do security monitoring, burglar, breakage, break and entering, cameras, and video monitoring. Also is kind of our biggest thing that we're really working with today with some of the vendors.
Okay. Tell me maybe like who are those kind of target ideal customers for you that would benefit the most from your services?
Sure. New homeowners, so people just moving into homes.
Okay.
Would be a great customer for us for our burglar systems. But construction companies, parking lot people that own parking lots. For video monitoring, we have solar surveillance units now that that will monitor parking lots overnight. Times when businesses are closed.
Okay.
But yeah, kind of everywhere in between. So even from residential to big enterprise corporations.
And so if someone's thinking about, they need some monitoring done, or they might be at risk in some way, like what are the big identifiers for you of like someone that has a bunch of property, or I know that there's all kinds of things that need monitoring. Like if you're out there and you're thinking about security, like is there like a for sure kind of like you probably need to get secure of things that you're seeing, or people come to you after bad things happen, right? Like after a break-in happens and then they like, how do we prevent that? How do we get in front of that?
Yeah, no, you hit a really good point. People don't think about security. Like they don't wake up on a Saturday morning like, hey, I'm gonna get security today.
Yeah.
Usually they call us when something has happened.
Yeah.
A lot of times it's the neighbor had something happen and all of a sudden now they're thinking about it. Construction companies, really big business for us. I've actually heard stories about people going into a construction site after hours and actually just breaking into a bulldozer, starting it up and driving it down the highway. Okay, and so there's metal, there's steel, there's all these different parts and pieces that is a gold mine a lot of times for these people at night. So they're really big for us. And then, people really only think of security 2 times when something happens or when they're moving to a new home. So
are you mostly residential or do you do commercial stuff as well?
We're actually a good mix of both.
Okay.
Here in Houston, we have 2 different teams. We have a residential team, actually 3 teams, a residential team. And then we have a small to medium-sized business team. And then we have an enterprise team that does big corporations, like 300,000, 400,000 square foot buildings.
Can you tell me a little bit more about the company, like how long you've been around, like the size, just to kind of put a shape to it?
Yeah, so we actually just had our 53rd year anniversary, I believe, 1973 was when we started, based out of Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Okay.
We're in 26 states now today. And that's every service we have. We've all the way up to access control, just even doing a proximity card to scan in.
Okay.
To cameras. We actually have launched drones now too in different parts of the country for drone monitoring. Really trying to make it actually more cost-effective way for corporations and businesses to monitor and protect their establishments without hiring security guards. This is something more that we monitor from our central security center, which we have 2 of those, one in Dallas and actually our main one's in Tulsa, Oklahoma. And we're one of
fascinating.
There's 200 5-star or 5 diamond monitoring centers in the United States. We are one of those 200 out of 3,500 monitoring centers. So we take security very, very seriously.
Okay, I love that. So what would be the process for someone to sign up or get involved or find out more?
Really, there's local branches here. We're on Google. You can find us there. You can call our corporate and say, hey, we're looking for some security. But they send you over to us. We give you a call, set up an appointment, and come out, kind of assess the security needs and what best suits you.
So is there any security tips that you have that you would just recommend to anybody listening that they could take actionable steps today to better protect themselves to things that you see?
Yeah, just be proactive in it. It's security is one of those things where you think, oh, I'll take care of it tomorrow, I'll take care of it the next day, but then before you know it, something happens and it costs thousands of dollars in that. And for businesses, I guess, don't always think that they're going to come through the front door, through the back door. I mean, we see them come through the ceiling, through the side. So
I've seen windows right next to a secure door get ripped off to steal servers.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
From a data security standpoint,
Absolutely. Yeah. They're professionals for a reason. That's their job sometimes to figure out how to get in and not to be detectable. So.
Yeah. So how do people that are listening that are raising their hands saying, I need help, I need a big company, I have a variety of different needs. It sounds like you do everything all the way up over the last 53 years. You've seen everything, you've done everything, and you've figured out a model that works. How do people best get in touch with Alert 360?
Yeah, best way is to go online, do our contact form, alert360.com,
Cool.
and that sends it right over to us.
Awesome. There you go. Thanks for being on the show.
Thank you.